video clips and screenshots of Destiny.
Wow. You need to delete stuff.
You think so?
Yeah.
Speaking of deleting stuff, my phone finally hit its max storage after like my 2 years with it. And it's unlimited amounts. I finally hit the bottom of it. So I was going through and deleting some stuff. Which is a lot harder than you would think. I have a lot of things saved.
I know, you do.
Yes. I very much like it. There's so much homework to do.
So, how long do we want this to be?
Um. Well, I
30,
mean, I
40
set the goal
minutes?
to 30, but let's just like talk and find out how long we actually went.
Yeah. I feel you.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
So, at work today, some lady, she left her cart behind her car and expected me to like take it like instantly while I was working with other carts, and she backs into her own cart.
What?
And I look at her and I'm like, "What?" And she looked at me and she's like, "Take it." And I'm like, "Whatever."
All right, guys, we can. I'm ready to start. So we
I'm ready to
got.
get my weapons.
All right.
Well, this isn't working.
All right. So we got our monologue. We got what are we doing currently in Destiny right now, which will probably take a few minutes. And I don't mean like what we're actually doing right now. I mean like what were you doing maybe like today or yesterday, in terms of like questing and stuff. Then
Yeah.
we got the Bungie update. We're gonna talk about the story, um, all those things I listed in there, and then we're gonna talk about the all the little secret stuff that people have found,
Mm-hmm.
and then that'll be it.
It sounds really short, but I feel like it's going to be a really long time.
You talk a lot. I'm sure we'll find a way to elongate the time. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Alrighty, whatever.
I
I'm
can't
just...
figure out how to trigger the quest on my character now for the sword.
That sucks.
You gotta get your legendary sword.
I do have it, but
Then you gotta upgrade it to 280.
it is upgraded to 280.
Uh,
Oh, you know what I probably have to do is I probably have to infuse it with something better, and then it will re-trigger.
I mean, if you can't find the quest, look into your abandoned quest thing.
Oh, true.
Wah, wah, wah.
I think everyone's dead here. I haven't heard anything today.
That's unfortunate.
Ripperoni. Except for
Pepperoni.
running upstairs, which isn't, comforting. There's literally like 5 people in my communications class today out of like 30.
Damn.
And she changed like the test date and stuff, so like we're not going to class on one of the days that we were originally gonna have a test, so that's embarrassing for all those people that didn't show up. Like, whoops.
Yes, raise lighter. Go forth and kill. Whatcha?
I'm stuck between being too warm and too cold, and I hate it. Like, I put my t-shirt on and I'm too cold, but I put a jacket on and I'm too warm, and it's stressing me out.
Damn, Dark, you got your weapons?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Ready. Oh, fuck, I forgot to pick up bounties. Alright, never mind. I won't get them.
Don't procrastinate, Dark.
I know.
I know it's nervous starting a podcast.
I'm starting to stream now.
Okay.
Shit. Do you want to do the intro or me?
Oh, let's you do it. You have a better voice.
Do I?
A lot better than mine.
Oh, you can now broadcast to YouTube with the new
I saw that.
software update.
YouTubies.
I think I hear my roommate outside my door.
Uh-oh.
We'll see. She might be macking on her boyfriend. It would just be coming up for air. That was inappropriate, don't listen to me.
Oh, Alexis, we need to make sure that your party audio is shared to all.
What?
So go to your party.
Party?
I think it's go to party settings.
I can't hear you. You're like cutting out.
Go to party settings.
Yeah?
Is there anything that says like share voice or something?
I still can't like hear you. I think my microphone's broken. It's either mine or yours.
Hitton, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. Can you hear Hitton okay?
Yep.
Hello? Alexis?
What?
Can you hear Hitton okay? Hitton
Can
speak.
you hear me?
Nope.
Testing, 1, 2.
Everything just sounds all like, you sound all robot-y and stuff. weird.
Can you understand what we're saying though?
What?
Can you understand what we're saying?
Not really.
All right, well, I don't know then.
Okay, well it fixed itself, so...
Did it? Did it really?
Okay, not anymore. It did for a little bit and then it didn't. That's because I have a shit microphone. And headset, or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called. An earpiece.
So, Hitton, do you just want to do it with me and you?
Alright.
Because if she can't hear us half the time, it's going to be really annoying.
Yeah.
So, Alexis, do you want to stay in the party and just not talk, or...
I don't know, like, sometimes I can hear it, you guys, and sometimes I can't, and it's weird. Sometimes it buffs that. You guys can find someone else if you need to.
Well, that was the thing. We couldn't find anybody else, so...
Oh, last choice. Damn. That's cold. Nobody wants to join the little podcast.
Well, everybody's busy.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I can hear you guys and other times I can't.
Alright, well, we'll try some other time then, if you want to do it.
What?
So we'll
Don't
try
worry.
some other time then.
He'll buy you a better mic.
I would buy one if I wasn't so goddamn poor. And not in
Whatever,
private school.
you're richer than me.
No, I'm not. I'm only... Technically, I'm not, because I literally owe like $40,000 to this shithole. I'm in debt $40,000, but okay. So I guess I'll see you guys later.
Alright.
And maybe
Yep.
have fun with your little adventure.
Okay.
Tell me how it goes. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Alright. Do you have yours set to allow voice to be shared?
So let me check one more time. It is set to always allow. So I'm gonna set to go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, we're live. Welcome to the Vanguard Radio, the Destiny podcast for all you Guardians out there. I'm Dark.
And I'm Kaze.
And this is our first time doing a podcast, so we're going to see how this goes. What are you doing right now in Destiny, Kaze?
Well,
This
right
week.
now, well, actually, yesterday I finally finished my exotic sword quests for all three of them.
Oh, yeah?
So I got all three of them.
All three of
and
them?
Yes. Obviously, my current favorite is the boltcaster right now.
Of course. Yeah,
But-
I completed the Chaperone last week, and the Boolean Gemini was like my first Taken King exotic. The I have two exotic swords, the not Boltcaster, Dark Drinker and Raise Lighter, and the raised lighter is amazing, and it I love it.
Awesome.
I li-
Alright.
like I love how much damage it does to like single targets. Like during like some strikes where the bosses don't just like insta kill you when you get too close, um you can just do so much damage to the target, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to test out all my new swords.
Yeah, the um I really want the bolt caster. I was watching some videos on it, and people were just like destroying in PvP with it.
I haven't tried it in PvP, but I've heard good stuff.
Cause doesn't it like home a little bit?
I did hear, yeah, it did a little bit of homing, but the distance attack is obviously what you're aiming for. Like
Yeah,
just point in a direction and it'll fire.
yeah. I think that's cool. Um, so what else have you been doing?
That's it recently, but yeah, just like I just did that quest line.
Have you
Uh,
bought any exotics from the blueprints?
the only thing that I've bought is, I believe, the Red Death.
Okay.
So like from my vault, I mean from the blueprints. That's really the only thing. Because Red Death is still very powerful, despite they like took down the impact a little bit.
Yeah, I heard Red Death was really good in the raid. I heard, cause um like with the high caliber rounds, it was really good at staggering ogres.
Oh yeah.
So I had thought about buying it, but then I went over some past gameplay of mine, and I realized that I was in love with the Bad Juju, and I needed the Year 2 version. So I bought Bad Juju, and I have the Claws of Ahamkara for my Warlock, because the claws just seem very effective with the new Stormcaller subclass.
Oh yeah.
With
I should
the Perpetual Charge.
I should definitely get my claws out. If you, at least definitely for PvP if I go in there.
Yeah, and the extended range too is amazing. So, how many times have you completed the raid?
I believe just three times.
Just 3 times?
Yeah, like I've gotten a lot of moldering stones, I believe they're called.
Yeah.
So I've gotten plenty of gear for all three of my characters. Obviously, I want more, but yeah, really just three times right now. Mostly because I've been
Yeah.
working on just getting my swords, which was a hassle and a half.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and you know,
The 25 sword kills during in Crucible was strenuous. It took me a few days.
it was,
And
yeah, it was fun and annoying at the same time because I did like everybody else does, is play the hilt game and just hit everything with your hilt
see, I
until
didn't
you
do
get
that. I
25.
actually went around with like heavy ammo, and you know how disappointing it is when the um like you turn and you turn around a corner and there's a guy there and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. So you block, and then you get close enough and he shotguns you. Like when you start to swing and you like your heavy ammo's just gone and you're just so disappointed, and it is really um, like saddening, you know, like you're like, yes, I got heavy ammo, now I'm gonna get a few kills, and then like you don't get any, you know, and so then you have to wait for next heavy.
Yeah, I did not do that. It's more fun if you play the hilt game,
What?
cause then you,
Isn't it like a two-shot kill or something?
it's basically like a
No.
melee, a two hit kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you just run around with your hilt, and I'm like, you go around corners and just wait for people, because you're in third person. And you're just like, and
Yeah.
and you can kind of like strategize, like, okay, all right, I'm gonna get this
Oh.
guy. I can see him. I can see him at the corner of my eye. And it's like, well, bam, got him.
Yeah. Um.
Give it a try, you'll like it.
Uh. Yeah. I might have to do that again too because see if you switch your swords over to another character and you've already gotten one, you can only hold one exotic sword quest at a time. But if you switch it to another character, you don't have to repeat those sword um
The quest line. Oh,
the sword kills in the Crucible.
oh. I mean, I did see on Reddit people managing to get all three at once. It didn't. I tried doing it. It didn't work for me, so I just did it one at a time.
So, do you have a favorite weapon right now?
Yes, it is called Not Like the Others. And just like the
Not
name,
like the others.
yes, from the Vanguard. Now, for the life of me,
Uh,
I can't understand why other people aren't using this. I can't.
really?
The perks are, crowd control and reactive reload. Two beastly perks that will, I think, gives you like 40 to 50% extra damage. And when both proc at the same time.
Wow. I it's not my favorite weapon, but you just reminded me of a good combination of a gun that I have. So, uh, I finally completed the Crucible quest line yesterday, or last night, early this morning. Uh, and no, yeah. And so when I completed the bounties for it, the 5 Crucible bounties, and then Shax gives you Nightfall tiered rewards or whatever.
Yeah.
I got a Isla Luna, which is like that pre-Hawkmoon,
Okay.
the legendary, and I got a Havoc Pigeon sidearm with Feeding Frenzy and Reactive Reload.
Hmm.
So kills with this weapon uh, increase reload speed for a short time, and then reloading this weapon after a kill grants damage bonus for a short time. So it's great synergy, I think. And I have yet to level it, but
But no exotics, huh? Oh well. That's Nightfall
well,
tier
all right. So
rewards.
I know so the only exotic I have gotten from the Nightfall is a Monte Carlo, which I'm not upset about, but it like after doing it 3 times, you know, or 6 times since the Taken King come out, I've only gotten one exotic. And I mean, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if
Wow,
Bungie
just
planned for
one
that.
exotic?
Yeah, so I got Strange Coins my first one, and then I got legendaries, like all the rest, like legendary armor that's like crappy light compared to my other stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And
And this is just for your Nightfall rewards?
yeah.
Okay. Well, what can I
What have you
say?
gotten
It's
from Nightfall?
it, it's the Nightfall. I've only run it like 3 times, and I think I got like
Really?
an auto rifle, a sidearm, and I think I got the stag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
I
that's
got
it.
my stag from Exotic Ingram when Zer showed up first week. Yeah, first week. So Zer sold the Hawk Moon. That was fun. I mean, I already got one from the Three of Coins, but uh, I'm sure a lot of people were excited because
I'm
you
sure a
know,
lot of Xbox users were excited.
yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, I wish I could see some like live reactions to Zer on Xbox.
Oh, if
You know,
only just be like, here you go, guys. You've waited so long.
yeah. I'm sure that was rigged. I'm pretty sure Bungie persuaded something in there. I don't know, maybe. But I'd like to think that's not true, but I think that it happens sometimes.
It's like,
Like
yeah, let's just do it.
with the Galahorn and stuff, like the last week or whatever, they wanted to give everyone a Galahorn before it got completely nerfed
Yeah,
in
it's like
non-YouTube.
it seems awfully weird that the Galahar now just all of a sudden shows up
Yeah, well,
after
Bungie's a
all this
people
time.
pleaser, so it's
Yeah.
like what is annoying to me is so first shotgun comes around that uh, has crazy high impact, low rate of fire, insane range, and can be re-rolled to your perfect desires, you know? And so the Fellwinters from the Iron Banner. So that comes around and everybody's upset because it's like super overpowered, which it was, in my opinion. You could kill somebody from a mile away with that thing. And
Oh, I know.
when
I know.
you yeah. And so then people were upset that they either didn't have one or that they were upset about being killed by it, and Bungie created the Matador 64 and the Party Crasher and made it just an insanely common drop in the Crucible. I'll tell you what, those last few months of year two or year one were absurd in the Crucible.
Oh yeah, and don't worry because we're getting those weapons in year two as well. Not we won't be able to reforge them, thank you. But they're still going to be those guns are still going to be dominant in the Crucible. I just don't think that like those type of shotguns should be either A extremely rare or B have their impact lowered.
Yeah, um, and do you know if the Iron Banner weapons are going to be the same, or are they changing? I know the armor's changing, but is the
Uh, as far as the type of weapons, I think the
like
shotgun
will
is
there still be a
changing.
Fellwinters?
I believe the shotgun, the base stats are changing. But I think that's all I know. Because
Um,
there will be a high impact scout. The auto rifle is I think going to be the same. They're adding a sidearm.
yeah. Well, all right. So from the look of the sidearm, the green kind of like look to it, it
Yeah.
makes me think that there's going to be a whole new armor like uh um weapon set, you know, like that has a green olive like an olive green tint to it.
Um, as for the shader, that would be like a yeah like a nice green evergreen shader. That'd be nice for the Iron Banner.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Iron Banner, which kind of gets into the Bungie update where
Oh
they're
yeah.
it was all about Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner, um,
Yeah, Iron Banner's coming back on the 13th
yeah, and then
and
Trials,
Trials is
yeah,
coming back on the 19th.
yep.
So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to jump in there with the new light level mechanism and or the damage curve is what Bungie calls it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, they're adjusting for obviously the new light level system.
yeah, and a different meta in the game. Thorns, won't be a problem. Last words maybe, but I think pulse rifles are going to be king.
Yeah. Like I'll see. Actually, shotguns may not be that big of a problem. Maybe just for like the crucible ones you get, but because the year one shotguns are just going to be completely useless for Iron Banner and
Yeah,
Trials. A
yeah,
lot of the shotguns that I've seen in year two don't have the kind of range that we're used to.
yeah. Um, well, except for that conspiracy theory that Bungie gave out,
Yeah,
uh, going back to Bungie's a people pleaser.
yeah. Oh, we should also talk about some of the other things for the Iron Banner. The tempered buff is just going to be automatic. Yeah, like you don't have to.
Oh yeah, and
You
then
won't have
it'll
to
just increase over.
buy it.
Hmm. Yeah, and doesn't it
Yeah.
increase throughout the week as well
Yeah, same thing.
without
It's
you having
just
to do anything?
yeah, it's just automatically applied. The drop rates are going to be increased. Thank you. It's about freaking time.
Yeah,
The gear that you're going to buy from Lord Saladin, it's going to require legendary marks, which I don't know if I'm happy about that. I kind of preferred Glimmer
yeah,
because when Bunty, like before year two came, when they were mentioning legendary marks, I assumed it would be like if you do the heroics, you're gonna earn a little bit for every completed strike. That's not the case. It's only like the first three, which is kind of disappointing. Like I kind of prefer the old way, but at the same time, I like the consolidation of Vanguard and Crucible marks.
yeah.
Yeah, what I'm guessing
Um,
is I want to mix between both. like,
well, I mean, I think that's what Bungie was trying to do. I mean, they made the legendary marks so people who don't play, PvE as much and play a lot of PvP can get, stuff, right? But I think that whole idea flopped when you can only earn 280 marks a week or whatever throughout all of your characters. Because there's the Crucible playlist, which is, the daily, which is once a day, and then there's the weekly, which you could do 3 times, and if you win each time, you get 10 marks. And I think that's it. I think that's all you can do in a week.
yeah,
So that's 15 a day, so 15 times 7 or whatever. I'm not going to actually do the math. Plus 30, I don't know. I wish that there was a more consistent way to earn marks. And I guess that earning legendary engrams does that.
yeah, but
And,
it's
and then
it's
like
a little
dismantling
it's
it.
a little less consistent because it's random.
Yeah.
But by increasing the drop, I guess by like increasing the drop rate, it sort of balances out. Sort of, and
Yeah.
I'm being kind here. But yeah,
Uh, Pro tip to all of you average guardians out there, and um, if you level up gear that you are going to dismantle, like say with motes of light, and dismantle them, you get 5 marks instead of 3. I found that out.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Um, all right. Final things for the Iron Banner. You got to be 230. Not an easy accomplishment if you
I've just started.
yeah. Getting to 230 is no problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then
Especially if
finally,
you do
yeah,
the decode 1 engram at a time.
Yeah, and then finally you got to be level 40 to be the head of a fire team, which is very easy as well. You can get to
Yeah.
level 40. So, all right, moving on to the Trials of Osiris. We are going to be getting a new set of gear. I don't think the kinds of weapons are going to change, but the Trials gear is going to drop at the end of the matches now. And I
Oh,
think the
okay.
rate and it says like the rate's going to increase like the more you win.
All right. So do I? So we don't have to go back to Brother Vance anymore?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading on the Bungie website. Trials gear will now drop exclusively as end of match rewards for winning teams. The more you win, the better drops will be. There's no need to return to Brother Vance. All rewards come directly to you.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
That saves a lot of like back and forth to the tower or to the
yeah.
reef.
It's Patches coins will drop for losing team members. That did happen already.
Yeah, I think they did that
And
already.
the trials passage will detail what buffs you have, but in order to use the buffs, you gotta buy it before, not after.
Oh, okay. So you can't like be like, "Hey, we're 2 wins away from being flawless. Go grab a boon or whatever," right?
Yeah, something like that. So
So
no
that's
try.
cool. I'm excited for that.
And obviously
Uh,
still obviously going undefeated takes you to the lighthouse. I don't, I didn't see any update that going to the lighthouse will get you the like the weapons that'll give
the
you a
emblem?
burn.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they didn't say anything about that.
yeah, they weren't clear on that one because obviously there's a difference between earning weapons that have a burn and earning weapons that don't.
Okay.
Yeah, if you remember, like last time, if you got 9 wins, I mean, if you got
9 wins
yeah,
flawless, you'd get an elemental primary,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That were
So
some were good and some were bad. But
yeah, they weren't exactly clear.
um so speaking of elemental primaries, what about the raid? None of the raid primaries are elemental.
Well, it looks like we may have to beat the heroic,
Yeah.
which I don't know how I feel about that. Volt of Glass, we got elemental primaries for normal and Crota's End.
But some weapons were restricted to the hard version too.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, Fatebringer was only on hard mode on Atheon and the Templar, right?
I don't remember, but it may be. But
I
definitely
think
I
that was
definitely
it.
got my Vision of Confluence from normal.
Yeah, Vision of Confidence from normal, Atheon's epilogue normal, pretty sure.
So
Um,
yeah, I just don't know if I like that or not. If I like the situation or not, because legendary primaries with an elemental burn are obviously like a special treat that you get for being the high end stuff.
yeah, which I mean, I think I'm okay with it because it's gonna take like the better people, to get. I guess it rewards people who are better, instead of just like handing things out, which I think Bungie is gonna regret because they're a people pleaser and everybody's gonna throw a fit.
Well, I mean, King's Fall was no picnic the first few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get your point. Um, oh, before we continue, just a few more things for the trials. Brother Vance is going to have bounties that you can do,
Oh, really?
and yeah, and also you can also complete regular Crucible bounties, which I'm certain you could have done that already.
Yeah, I think we could have before.
I don't know. Maybe I was tripping. And
Some
also,
of them, at
yeah,
least, you know,
yeah,
just like
and
defeat 25 hunters in the Crucible or whatever, you know.
yeah, and
I think that
basically the
was,
light level required is 290. So you gotta be raid ready for the trials.
well, I think I'm
Basically.
ready.
Well, seeing as how almost all my characters, I think my Titan needs some help. But yeah, I'm 300. I got this. I can go into trials and maybe not completely get slaughtered.
So, what's your favorite subclass? Or what's your new favorite subclass, I guess?
I am a Stormcaller. I love it. I do have three different characters: Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. But I do like. Uh, I just love the way how you just the Stormcaller allows you to just run around the field, hitting everything. And if you can get like a Ionic Blink, it's even fun. It's so much fun in the Crucible because
Yeah.
people are staring you down with your gun, and you're just like, "Hey, what's up? I'm behind you."
You can jump so high with that too.
Yeah,
Because it's like, if, say you glide upward and you still have upward momentum and you do the ionic blink, you go another, like, you go crazy high, you know?
yeah. I just like, yeah. I'm definitely a Stormcaller. Not that I don't like Sunbreaker or Night Stalker. It's just that I prefer the Warlock.
Yeah, I've grown a liking to the hunter, actually. I started as a warlock, and I'm warlock master race. But like the Stormcaller is just, or not, the Night Stalker is just really, it has a lot of good utility perks. It's like the support class Destiny needed, I guess. I mean, Defender was great as well. Don't get me wrong. And I think it's one of the only subclasses that's actually going to, you know, that has lasted into the Taken King at the moment. Maybe that and Gunslinger, but um, so do you think any of the subclasses are particularly overpowered?
Uh, as of right now, Sunbreaker maybe slightly. There was like a Sunbreaker glitch in the Crucible that people were using, but obviously Bungie did a hot fix, so
Patch
we
that?
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
they patched that nice and quick. Because I actually ran into it yesterday, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me? Really? People will do anything to win." So yeah, I saw it. Like I saw the animation, and like you can
It
see
look
the
it looks like he's
arm.
double throwing hammers.
Yeah, like you just see the
Like
arm
with both
almost like
hands.
rotating like a little cartoon character, just like. Boop, boop, boop.
I think it's amazing.
It was funny to watch, but obviously I was dying, and I was not cool with that.
Yeah. But I think that the I think the Sunbreaker's armor is tremendously high.
Oh yeah, during the
Um,
super.
yeah, like it's definitely more than 50%. Because like when you're a blade dancer, you can die from a headshot from a high impact sniper rifle, the LDR, Shadow Veils, the new 1,000 yard stare. By the way, that is a good gun. Pick it up from the Vanguard if you can. Um, but I mean, they can survive an a, a sniper rifle with headshot from, and it's like I don't think that's quite fair. Um, like,
Yeah, I feel you.
and I also heard an argument with it that a lot of its other um like abilities aren't necessarily passive as much as, you know, other um like a lot of them have to deal with their super. Uh,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like their
Like,
abilities eight like enhance the use of their super.
yeah. So, I mean, I kind of understand that argument, but at the same time, you know, it's
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know. I think it's a little much.
I don't have enough experience in the Crucible with the new subclasses to say that like, oh, the armor for that Titan was obviously better. But I mean, it's what I'm hearing on like on Reddit and everything. And as you
Yeah.
know, I think they really should tone it down. I think it's
Yeah.
just
Um, so, I was doing that. The bounty, the Crucible quest line, absurdly long. Oh my God. I died. I died inside. But, through all of that, um, just going through all of that, I think I have enough, um, you know, experience in the Crucible at the time being to know that, you know, the only way to beat a Sunbreaker is to run away, you know, and like I'm, I haven't tested it with a shotgun, like shotgunning a Sunbreaker, but you can't
yeah
really get close enough to a Sunbreaker to do that, like,
yeah
whereas, a Blade Dancer, can,
yeah like
um,
there are ways
like
to
they
deal
have
with a
to be,
blade dancer.
yeah, and like a way that I used to deal with Blade Dancers, because I've started to use a sniper a lot more. Um, but if you move into a choke point and you like wait for the Blade Dancer to come through, you can get the headshot off. Um, because they can only go through so much, and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but you're able to get a headshot off on them. But with a Sunbreaker, even though you're you know down the hallway, they can chuck a hammer at you and one hit you, and I don't know. That's
Yeah,
my opinion on this on the matter.
yeah, I can understand your point. As far as the Crucible questline being so long, I think it's long because um the PVE questline is also extremely long. Like there are some long quest lines in for the all
Not
PVE
as
stuff.
Honestly, not as long as that.
Well, I mean, if you group
It's
all the PVE stuff together, then yeah. But but if you're just solely a Crucible guy, like that
yeah,
that long stream of quest line is like all it's like the only thing you're working towards.
yeah,
So it's great that it's great that it's long if you're just a PvP kind of guy. It's really sucks if you do both, which I'm more of a PvE, but I also do Crucible a little bit. So I won't be getting like it's gonna be a while before I can like tackle the whole Crucible quest line.
Yeah. I'm kind of half and half. Uh, I'm, a better player, I'd like to say. Uh, if I'm not, call me out, I don't care, but um, you know, and me still being like, again, in my opinion, a better player, it's difficult to it was challenging. Some of them are get 6 kills in a Crucible match with an auto rifle and win 3 times. Auto rifles still aren't the greatest. They're better, but they aren't the greatest. And that was a tricky, you know, um, part for me. And you have to do that with each primary as well. So it's like it's auto rifles, scout or auto rifles, pulse rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons. You had to do that all with the same. And it was it was difficult. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Would you say was a challenge?
Yes, it was a challenge. Like if there's a challenge in Destiny, it's that and Oryx.
Well, hey, you got through it. Um,
And I got
yeah.
and then there's the Nightfall rewards, which I was kind of doing it for, which was kind of underwhelming, but
Well, I
so
just
what
say
did you get
it's
for
night.
your arms day?
Yeah, Nightfall
Go on.
rewards. I was just saying, like, oh, yep, that's Nightfall rewards for you.
Yeah. So this is our first time being on air after the Taken King is released. Um, what did you think of the story? Uh, by now, I think we can add some spoilers in here since it's been almost 3 weeks.
Oh
So,
yeah, spoiler warning if you haven't done it. But let's be honest, if you haven't
yeah,
done the
uh,
story, what are you doing?
yeah.
All right, so we
So,
opening scene is Queen gets knocked off, supposedly. She's dead.
well, all right.
Dead as a
So I want
doornail.
to,
Hold on,
I,
hold on,
I,
hold
I
on,
want
hold
to
on.
add one.
I'm just saying.
No,
Opening
shh, shh,
scene.
shh. Before
Okay.
this, before that. So I want to add, there was a really nice touch of personality from Ghost with Nolan North voicing him in the opening scene, talking about how, his your ghost, was seeing other ghosts find their guardians, and he was wondering if he'd ever find you, and it was very touching. And I needed that in this game. It like, you know, much as I love Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister, um, you know,
Yeah. He needs
as
to
much as I
stay as
love
Tyrion
him,
Lannister.
yeah, he's a great Tyrion Lannister, and I think him as a polygonal robot in the future, um, I think Nolan North does a much better job. And some people disagree with me, and that's okay. I think that Nolan North is better at this than,
Well,
other
he's done it for a lot longer, and he has
he
way
does
more
voice acting for a
experience.
living. If
Yeah.
so for you viewers, if you don't know who Nolan North is, Nolan North is Desmond Miles from Assassin's Creed. Um he is uh Nathan Drake from Uncharted. He plays David, the one of the bad guys from The Last of Us. He plays a bunch of people from Final Fantasy. He's played a few characters from Final Fantasy. Um, it's
It's a long
amazing.
career for him.
Yeah, he has a long list of he's like he was he was in Call of Duty Zombies. He was Dr. Richthofen, the crazy German. like, and if you listen to all of these voices, none of them sound alike. Well, I mean, except for maybe Nathan Drake and Desmond, but, because they're just supposed to be regular voices. But I loved that little beginning part, and
Yeah, that does
it was,
does help.
it was good.
Yeah,
So, go back
and
to,
as
so the queen
well,
gets knocked out, or
yeah.
gets
Oh, well, I
killed,
want to say something about the
supposedly.
ghost. I want to say something. Well,
Okay.
since you stepped in, I know a lot of people went through the storyline Vanilla Destiny, like going back and hearing all the voices, and
Yeah.
some people liked it, some people didn't. Some opinions were mixed. I think I want to go of the opinion that, and I've always had this opinion that it was bad writing from the start, and I think that's the reason why people didn't really warm up to Peter Dinklage all that much,
Yeah.
because it his voice as a ghost is not actually bad.
He,
His delivery,
yeah.
and what he was saying was terrible.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know who the scriptwriters at Bungie are, but they need to up their game.
Which I think they did a much better job in The Taken King. Uh, Nathan Fillion, aka Cade Six, is phenomenal and reminds me of Tony Stark.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
he is a very he's a pretty big focal point in, you know, this,
For the
and
whole story.
for the whole story pretty much. Like he kind of, he gets you on the dreadnought. He helps you, you know, do a bunch of things.
You know, he still airs his ship for you.
Yeah, he steals Eris's ship, which is the the banter between Eris and Cade is hilarious.
Oh yeah, in the
I
beginning, Eris, get your
yeah,
orb off my map.
oh my, yeah, that was great.
And then he continues
Um,
to pick up the orb, and Eris gives him the most evil look that just shocked me. I was cracking up when I saw her look, because it's like without saying a word, she's just like, "What the hell are you doing to my
yeah, he's
orb?"
like, put my rock down.
Rock orb,
uh,
whatever.
yeah,
And for the Taken King, it's good that they opened up with Nathan Fillion, obviously as Cade, because it's kind of like a jumping off point for the other characters to come in at later expansions. Because I would like to
yes.
see more of Zavala doing what he does and Akora doing what she does.
It was shocking how much character development there was in the first three missions, you know?
Yeah, and I'm really hoping.
And
Yeah, I'm hoping for future installments they can do a bit more focus with the other two,
yeah,
because obviously we got a lot of Eris Morn and Cade, which is obviously good. But you know, since like the Vanguard is obviously like they're the mentors, they're sort of like the commanding officers of all the Guardians. They all have an equal opinion, and I think all of them have they all have their ways of doing things, and I don't think that like one way of doing things is going to always be the right way. So, for
yeah,
example, if let's say the next expansion is sort of like Forge of the Gods, um, because of like a leaked photo that came out. Like, let's just say that like maybe Cage Way won't work that time, like the way like trying to get things
yeah,
done as fast as possible, getting like that one single guardian on a ship or something. Like maybe his way's not going to work. Maybe Zavala's way is going to work. being sort of like more militarized, more a bit more organized in what you're doing. And maybe the next
Yeah,
expansion, Ikora, would be all about. She seems more like an intelligence officer, so like gathering information about some kind of enemy that like the next enemy will face. So I
yeah.
hope that in future expansions we'll see them.
More stealth missions.
I don't know about that, but yeah, hey, why not? I'm not a big
That
stealth
was
mission
that
guy.
was that was pretty fun. I like that mission.
It was. It was okay, but just it was just annoying. I was
I
like,
made
okay, I'm
so
I'm
I was going
invisible.
I went back through it and I managed to kill both of those taken like giant guys that spawn in before Eris teleported me.
Oh. Did you get
It was
anything?
pretty funny. No, it didn't do anything.
Oh, what a chip.
But I was like, well, that's boring. Um uh what'd you get from did you get anything phenomenal from Arms Day this week?
So, for Arms Day,
No.
I think one probably the best weapon, probably the auto rifle, because it's
Did you get
rem
that Suros auto rifle
yeah the
that
Soros
has
auto
max
rifle.
stability?
Yeah, it's reminiscent of I believe the Vanquisher from New Monarchy from year one. Year one Vanquisher had like 22 rounds, half glass full, and a pretty good stability. That's what that the Arms Day
Yeah.
order reminded me of. And it is a pretty good off. It's a really good auto rifle.
Yeah, I was when I saw that I was like, "Oh, well, I'm getting that one." You know, like cuz I mean, one of the things they did with um the auto rifles is they made it so the stability just isn't ever as good as it used to be because, the range and stability are
Yeah, well, they knocked back the range a little bit, but like I don't understand why they think auto rifles would be a close range weapon.
close to mid-range.
Yeah, close to mid range, but like I am perhaps I'm falsely associating auto rifles with like the real world weapon, which might probably be like an AR and M16. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, when you think M16 or AK-47, you're like that don't seem
Well,
like
an
a
M16
close
is
range.
also a burst weapon.
Yeah,
So, and single fire. I mean, in this game you can't, change the
yeah. I mean, I did
new
say
exotic idea right there.
yeah. I mean, I did say I may be falsely making real world
Yeah.
comparisons, and that's probably not. I really shouldn't do that, but yeah, like I understand. What were the other? Oh yeah, there's the Dis 43, and then
Oh,
the
is that the scout rifle?
yeah Scout rifle, the Omelon Tulan. I can't pronounce that word. Oh god, it's a Scout rifle. It's Vision of Confluence Scout rifle. The perks on it this week were not that good, in my opinion. Uh, and then we got the Uzume, the Almalon Uzume. It's a fast fire
Is that the
rate low.
fusion rifle?
No, it's a sniper rifle.
Oh, no, that's the sniper rifle, right?
Yeah, fast fire rate, low impact. Definitely more of a crucible weapon, but
If you
yeah,
can get headshots. I've heard
yeah,
that from distances it's not even a two-shot body shot because the range actually takes effect now.
yeah. But
Because
fortunately,
it does 100 damage to the body.
yeah. Fortunately, next week you can order it right now
The
before,
Irene,
yeah, the Irene,
right?
which is the high impact version. So,
Yeah, so it's like an LDR or
yeah.
a thousand yard stare,
In fact,
her
if
benevolence,
you look in
shadow
the
fist.
database, the Irene is actually a few points better than an LDR, but a few points less than, let's say, something like the Black Spindle.
Oh, really?
Yes, so it's really interesting. Yeah, like if you look into the details, it's really interesting. Also next week you'll be able to order the Amalon fusion rifle, the Tassan. I don't know what is with these names for the Tekken King. The fusion rifle, all right. High impact, high stability fusion rifle. You can order that next week. I'm ordering that. I definitely want to see better rules for that fusion rifle. And I think that's it as far as what I would want to order. I'm not too excited about the other Soros Sky Rifle, uh, the Dis 47, which is the high fire rate, lower impact one. I'm not that excited
Yeah.
because it's basically the Det Slot Luna, and the only reason I ever used the Det Slot Luna, at least my version, was because I managed to get high stability on it.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't have high stability or even full auto, like I'm just not interested in that kind of scout rifle. At least for me.
Yeah.
Like how do you like your arms day weapons?
Um, I wasn't too hot about them. I'm not, Arms Day isn't a huge thing for me. I got lucky and I picked that auto rifle that, had the really high impact or high stability. But other than that, I'm picking up the orders just in case I get something good, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, it's Arms Day, I gotta go check my weapons. I don't find it as enjoying as some people would, I guess.
Oh, okay. I thought, well, it's really easy to get ranked up.
No, well, yeah, I'm already ranked up. I'm ranked 3. I have the Tlaloc, which is an amazing weapon with Alchemist Ramian. Um, uh, it's like, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't care a whole lot about them. I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's an awesome way to get, like, you know, weapons, and
Yeah,
it makes the playtime, you know, a lot more. You play the game more for it.
yeah. Me personally, I love experimenting with the weapons that come in. Some of them are hit and miss, obvious. Admittedly. Also by ranking up, you get a free weapon, and you never know what you could get. I got a really good um, DPX 41 post rifle. It's not the lowest impact. It's like the medium impact one, and it has hip fire, which I don't really need, but okay. It does have the high caliber rounds, but it had hand laid stock, and it has near perfect stability. I think it's probably in like high 90s stability.
Really.
Yes, it's a beast. And it also has snapshot, which will allow me to increase my range and lower my stability a little bit. But it's it's when you fire it, you just see you see that burst nice and tight.
Uh,
And
so
I
we're coming up to about an hour here.
yeah. Uh,
Um, is there anything else that we have to go over that people?
we can take just a little bit more time about some of the secret stuff in Destiny, like the Black Spindle, Sleeper
Oh yeah,
Simulant. Um, Basically, the Light Lust mission. For
on
okay,
heroic.
yeah, on heroic during the daily. I believe Bungie did confirm that it only happens during the daily mission. You can
Yeah,
only get
it
the black
does.
symbol from the daily mission. So it's, it's basically involving you complete the mission until you reach the point where the final door has to be activated. You take a beeline to the Tanix strike mission area, and then you have 10 minutes to kill everything. You go to the catch up in the moon, or above the moon, and it's like uh, three separate rooms, like just like the strike. And so your task is to kill everything in 10 minutes. We managed to do it with like a minute 50 to spare. We had like a 271 guy with us that was trying to help out, and we like I think we tried like what 4 times to get that gun,
Yeah.
if you remember. And
Yeah.
yeah, like I was just getting like I was getting a little bit
I
frustrated, but
yeah.
we pulled it off. We pulled it off.
I honestly, I think I did that about 30 times. You know, from start to finish. Well, not to finish, but if we failed, the time ran out, and we're like, oh crap. Well, let's try again, and then you know,
Yeah. For those of you who don't know and don't have your Black Spindle yet, that encounter is all about ad control. So the basic strategy is two guys are on ads. You kill nothing but ads. Kill the black orbs that show up because they spawn the ads. And then you got one guy focusing on the boss.
yeah,
And that's how we did it. Like
yeah.
by
Well,
the time you killed the boss, we cleared out pretty much most of the ads. There were only like 10 ads left by the time you killed the boss.
yeah. And
We
then I
did
just ran
that.
around with Ray's lighter.
Yeah,
It's like, kill the
like
ads.
I know, like we ran around like when I was killing the ads and one of my other friends, you killed the boss and then like what, 15 seconds later the mission ended. I was like, "Wait a minute. We're done?"
Yeah,
And I was like, "Yes." I didn't get the ship or the shader that like supposedly is supposed to drop at the same time, which is like wah.
wait, there was a shader too?
Supposedly. I know that there was a ship. I've heard people getting a shader. I don't know.
I've never heard of a shader.
I whatever.
You don't know?
Whatever, I got my gun. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how you do it. The other secret that nobody's been have yet to figure out is the sleeper simulant.
Oh, right. That
Yes.
heavy
Heavy
uh
fusion rifle,
fusion rifle.
which is
Yeah.
basically a railgun that can
Yeah.
bounce 5 times. We don't know how the hell to get this
I've
thing.
when, sometime last week when the daily was the paradox mission where you go into the war mind or whatever,
Yeah.
and since this week was also the fallen saber strike, everybody thought it's like maybe the stars have to align, so everybody's trying to find stuff and nobody could find anything. And it was really funny to read the Reddit forums about like things that people have tried and how dedicated people are to like doing these things, like I mean, I might do it if there was, more, I guess, hope.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man. The hunt
like
is on. The hunt is on.
I know, and so I guess when you dismantled the Black Hammer, it gave you like a map that told you
Oh, like
like
it gave you
about
a clue. Yeah, it gave you like a clue.
yeah, it gave everybody a clue about it. And I had never had a Black Hammer, so I couldn't tell you, but so that's how, they found that, so
Well, I
I would
mean,
imagine that there's
well,
some
The
sort
black
of
spindle was by accident because some guy on Reddit and his friend accidentally went the wrong way to finish the quest, the mission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was reading up on it. And that's how. And once they did it, it they posted it on Reddit. The thing caught on, and by the time I got home from work, I was like, all right, I guess I
Well,
go
I
better get
found
my
it that
black
mor
spindle.
like I saw a video on it that morning.
Oh,
So they must have done it like,
probably way
right
early in the
when the
morning, at
yeah,
like reset or something. I
yeah,
don't know, like yeah, like all I know is that like the information spread quickly. It spread like wildfire.
yeah, it did.
And as far
It
as
is kind
these,
of
as far as the sleeper is concerned, we just don't know. Some
I think
people
that's
are yeah,
I
some
think it
people
has something to do with the gunsmith.
yeah, some people are ranked 5 with the gunsmith. None of them, nothing. We've got nothing.
Well,
Some
so
people yeah,
if you
like
speaking of rank 5 in the gunsmith, let's take this segue. Um, that is how you get the first curse, which is a Tex Mechanica hand cannon. That's the complete opposite of um, the last word.
okay, yeah.
And so aiming down sights does bonus stuff.
So is that gun just for like the hunter, or is it for everybody?
No, it's for everyone.
Okay. Well, I don't know how people got to rank 5 for the
I
gunsmith.
know.
I've been trying. I've been doing.
I don't. They must have got really lucky with those drops, those
Ex-
fusion rifle
extremely
drops.
lucky. I mean, damn. Because, like, for my warlock has the highest ranked of my 3 characters,
Yeah.
and I've done like so many strikes. I'm on patrol. I mean, just yesterday I got a Dark Age relic that gives you 200 experience for a Banshee on my character.
I think it's 250.
The Dark Age relics give you 200. The guns give you 250. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's just like no, nobody knows how to get them. People have basically said it's random. It's all random, which kind of it's kind of disappointing. But uh, as far as the sleeper is concerned, we just don't know. Will it be rank 6? Nobody knows. Do we have to like
I think it has to do with a certain amount of those Dark Age relics you get, because it looks like the weapon itself looks
well, it looks like Pocket
like the
Infinity,
thumbnail looks like a Pocket Infinity, which I think is made of
which is also has
Warsat stuff, correct?
I believe the Rasputin symbol is on Pocket Affinity, or at least, well, it's in the symbol is on the perk. We do know
Oh,
that,
okay.
yeah. So there's the connection. I believe the Game Informer article that mentioned the super stimulant, that it's going to take
Didn't
more
it
than
say you
one
had to like
person.
collect something to like get it?
I believe it said you have to collect something, and I also believe that it's going to take more than one person to do it. At least to figure it out,
Yeah,
and also get it. So you're like, obviously the entire community is looking for it, but it's also going to be a team effort in getting it.
yeah,
So obviously this is it. I'm just pleased as Peach to go hunting for this weapon, because it's supposed to
yeah.
be the new, it's supposedly the new Galahorn. We don't know, but I'm happy they have a heavy fusion rifle. I mean, I love fusion rifles because yeah, they're awesome. But yeah, the hunt is on. I can't wait. If I didn't have a day job, I might be hunting for clues during those hours.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I think we're getting close to we're over an hour now, so Um, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I'm I'm Dark Chambers. You can find me on PSN, Dark_Chambers. Um, I'm on YouTube, G Chambers, because YouTube and Google Plus is annoying. My Twitter is at Graham Kapow. I'll have, um, I'll have all of this typed out in the description. Um, Hidden.
It and well, you can find me on YouTube at K's Plays Games. Um, and on Twitter, you can find me at K's KAZ369.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope this, catches on. We love doing this. I sure enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, yeah, like hopefully when we continue, if we like when we continue, we can get some people on. Like we definitely
Guests.
want, yeah, like not just like
We're
guests, but like
definitely gonna have a third person,
yeah, like we
most of the time.
like the kind of guests we want are like our listeners and like just average guardians, like trying to form their own legend the way Bungie wants them to. Like we want to hear, like
Yeah.
we definitely want to speak directly to the players and get their experience because it is important, and Bungie's making a game for everybody to experience, no matter what you do. Whether you're playing Crucible or you're playing PvE stuff. So hopefully, like that's kind of like the goal we're shooting for this kind of podcast. And yeah,
Yeah.
yep, that was my piece.
Good job.
So yeah,
All right. Well,
yeah. Thank you for listening.
yeah. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. All right. Uh, I'll cut out those like really long quiet times
Yeah,
because sometimes I lost train of thought. I'm like, fuck.
yeah, yeah. It's okay. It happens.
So I was playing Mayhem, and not during the podcast, but um, I was playing Mayhem the other day, and I got a we ran out of medals, and I almost went unbroken.
Oh, that was awesome.
In Mayhem, like with all the supers, like it, yeah, it was this Stormcaller, and it's when you get the we ran out of medals, it's like somebody should probably do something about Dark Chambers. It's really funny.
I'm not good enough for that kind of stuff.
I think it's just 20, is it 20 kills without dying?
I have no idea.
I had 23 kills, and I died like three ki three kills before the game ended. And I was like, no. And it wasn't even by like a stupid thing. I think I got killed by like, I don't know, a pulse rifle or something.
Oh well. Wah, wah.